Breakfast cereal. It's the food we give to kids before school. It's what busy adults eat when they want something quick. It's what brands sell as healthy, high fiber, whole grain, and energy for the day. But here's the shocking truth. A huge amount of cereal sold in Australian supermarkets is basically dessert in a box. I'm talking about cereals that are loaded with sugar, made from refined grains, sprayed with flavor, and then fixed with added vitamins so they can look healthy on the front of the pack. And the worst part? Some of the biggest brands that parents trust the most are some of the biggest offenders. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which cereals to avoid, why they're not what you think, and what to buy instead if you still want a quick breakfast. Let's get into it. Number 10. Kellogg's Special K Original. This one is everywhere. Woolworths, Coles, IGA. It's usually around the mid-price range, and it's marketed like a clean, healthy choice. But read the ingredients, and it's not some pure health food. It's a processed flake cereal with added sugar and added stuff to make it seem more functional. It even has wheat protein added. Now, I'm not saying Special K is the worst sugar bomb in the aisle. It's not. The problem is the health halo. It tricks people into thinking, oh, this is a good everyday cereal. This is the smart choice. Then you eat it like it's health food every day for years. And you don't realize you're still buying a processed cereal with sugar, and you're paying a premium price for the branding. If you're going to eat cereal, you want something simple. Something that doesn't need a whole marketing story to justify it. Special K puts more effort in their health food branding than they do on actually making the product healthy. Number 9. Kellogg's Nutri-Grain. This one is marketed like it's for active people, like it's fuel, like it's for sport. And yes, it has a strong taste. It feels serious. It feels like it has substance. But look closer, and it's still a sweet processed cereal. And a lot of versions lean hard on things like protein while still being loaded with sugar and fast carbs. The ingredient list is a giant clue. You'll often see multiple sweeteners or fast carbs show up in the same box. Things like sugar, maltodextrin, even molasses. That is not fuel for the day. That is a sugar hit with a sports costume. And this is how the cereal game works. If they can make you think active, you stop asking, is this basically a dessert? Nutri-Grain is a cereal that sells you energy, while slipping in the stuff that crashes your energy later. Number 8. Just Right Original. This cereal is one of the biggest parent trap cereals in Australia because it looks wholesome. It's got the whole fruit and grain look. It feels like something you can pour for the family and feel good about. But once again, the reality is the same story. Processed flakes, added sugar, and the it's not that bad feeling that makes people eat it all the time. Just Right is not a bowl of oats. It's not plain wheat biscuits. It's a sweetened cereal dressed up like a balanced breakfast. And because it feels reasonable, people don't stop at one small bowl. They pour a big bowl, then maybe top it with honey, then maybe add a banana. Now you've got a sugar-heavy breakfast, and you didn't even eat lollies. You ate cereal. That is exactly why Just Right is dangerous. It hides in the seems fine category. Number 7. Weet-Bix Bites. This one makes people laugh because they think, how bad can it be? It's Weet-Bix. That's the trick. It borrows trust from the Weet-Bix name. But Weet-Bix Bites are not the same thing as Weet-Bix. They're sweetened, flavored little bites that are made to be more snack-like and more addictive than plain wheat biscuits. They're also easy to overeat because they're small, they're crunchy, they feel like something you can keep pouring. This is the pattern you'll see over and over in cereal. Plain, boring cereal doesn't sell as well. So brands make bites, clusters, crisps, and puffs. They make cereal that acts like a snack. If you want Weet-Bix, buy actual Weet-Bix, not the bite version that's built to taste like a treat. Number 6. Uncle Toby's Plus, the iron and extra goodness style cereals. These are another massive health halo product. The front of the box will scream about iron, vitamins, fiber, energy, and all these benefits. And yes, they often add those things. But here's the truth. Adding vitamins to a processed cereal does not make it a good cereal. It's like putting a multivitamin next to a donut and calling it a health meal. A lot of these plus cereals are still sweetened, still processed, and still designed to be super easy to eat a lot of. They also tend to be the kind of cereal people buy because they're worried. They're tired. They want to fix something. So they buy the plus cereal and think they're making a smart move. But the base is still the base. If you want iron, there are better ways to get iron than eating a sweetened processed cereal every morning. Number 5. Carmen's Toasted Muesli and Healthy Muesli Blends. Now let me be clear. Muesli can be great, but the problem is toasted muesli that turns into dessert. A lot of toasted muesli mixes are loaded with dried fruit, sweet coatings, added oils, and crunchy clusters that make it taste like a snack. And because it's muesli, People think it's health food, so they pour big servings, they add yogurt, they add more fruit, and now it's basically a sugary bowl that could be pushing dessert levels, and you're eating it for breakfast. Toasted muesli is one of the biggest healthy food scams in the cereal aisle. It's not that it's evil, it's that it is way easier to eat too much of it, and it often has way more sugar than people expect. If you want muesli, you want plain, untoasted, not the crunchy cafe-style one that tastes like a cookie. Number 4, Kellogg's Crunchy Nut. This cereal is literally built to be addictive. It's crunchy, it's sweet, it smells amazing, and people eat it like it's a normal breakfast. But it's basically candy-coated flakes. It's one of those cereals where the brand knows exactly what it is. They're not even trying to make it sound like a serious health food. They just want you hooked. And once you're hooked, you're buying it again and again. Crunchy Nut is a fun cereal, a treat cereal. But the issue is, Australians don't treat it like a treat. They treat it like a weekly grocery item. If you're going to eat Crunchy Nut, be honest with yourself. You're not eating a healthy breakfast. You're eating dessert flakes with milk. Number 3, Coco Pops. This is one of the most famous kids' cereals ever made. And the marketing is basically telling you it's chocolate milk in a bowl. That's not a health claim. That's a warning, because the way it works is simple. It's puffed grain plus sugar plus cocoa flavor. It's not a chocolate breakfast. It's a sweetened cereal that trains kids to want sugar first thing in the morning. And it creates a problem. Kids start to think breakfast is supposed to taste like dessert. Then when you try to give them plain cereal, they hate it. Now you're stuck buying the sugary cereal forever because it's the only one they'll eat. That's not an accident. That's a business model. Coco Pops is a cereal you should treat like a sometimes treat, not a normal breakfast. Number 2, Fruit Loops. This is one of the most obvious never buy cereals in the supermarket. It's brightly colored, it's heavily flavored, it's designed for kids, and it tastes like candy. Even if a box tries to soften it with words like whole grain or vitamins, it doesn't matter. It's still a sugar-heavy, ultra-processed cereal that is designed to be fun, not healthy. If you pour Fruit Loops into a bowl, you're basically giving your kid lollies for breakfast. And yes, some people will say, but my kid needs to eat something. I get it. But there are better options that don't train your child's taste buds to expect candy every morning. Fruit Loops is one of the clearest examples of how cereal companies sell sugar using cartoon energy. Number 1, Frosties. This is the king of the sugar cereals. This is the cereal that should not even be called breakfast. It's frosted flakes. That's literally what it is. It's corn flakes with sugar coating. And on the front, they'll still push things like vitamins, iron, and no artificial colors. Okay, great. But what is the product? A sugary coating on refined flakes. Frosties are not a balanced breakfast. They are a sweet snack in a bowl. And what makes it even worse is how normal it feels. It's been around forever. Parents grew up with it. It feels like a classic. That's why it survives. But if you actually care about your energy, your focus, your mood, and your health, Frosties should not be a regular part of your life. If you want a sweet treat, have a sweet treat. But don't lie to yourself and call Frosties breakfast. Now here's what you need to understand about the breakfast cereal industry in Australia. Most cereal is built on the same formula. They start with a cheap grain base. They process it into flakes, puffs, loops, bites, or clusters. Then they add sugar, flavor, and salt to make it craveable. Then they add vitamins and minerals so they can claim it's healthy for you. And finally, they spend a fortune on marketing, so you emotionally trust the product. That's it. That is the machine. And it gets even worse when you look at serving sizes. These boxes will often show nutrition per serve, but their serve is tiny. Most people pour way more than one serve. So the sugar you think you're eating, you're usually eating a lot more than that. This is why cereal companies love cereals that are crunchy and light, because you can pour a mountain into a bowl and it still looks normal. Then you feel hungry again soon because it's mostly fast carbs. So you snack later, then you crash, then you want sugar again. And you don't even realize cereal helped start that cycle every morning. So what should you buy instead? If you absolutely want cereal, here are the only options worth your money. Number 1, plain wheat biscuits. Weet-Bix, Weet-Bix style biscuits. These are boring for a reason. They're simple. They're not candy. Add your own fruit if you want sweetness. Add a little yogurt. Add nuts. Add cinnamon, but keep the base simple. Number 2, plain oats. Just normal rolled oats. This is one of the cheapest breakfasts you can buy, and it's one of the best. You can make it sweet or savory. You control what goes in. That's the key. You're in control, not the cereal company. Number 3, high fiber, low sugar brand-style cereals. Not the ones with honey clusters and crunchy bits. I mean the plain ones. The ones that look ugly and taste boring. Those are usually the ones that are actually doing something for you. Number 4, plain shredded wheat-style cereal. Again, plain. No frosting, no chocolate, no colorful flavor dust. Just simple wheat. And number 5, the best option of all. Filtered water, coffee or tea, and a real breakfast. Eggs if you eat eggs. Greek yogurt if you do dairy. Fruit, whole foods. Because here's the truth. Cereal is convenient, but convenience is not the same thing as quality. If you use cereal, use it like a tool, not a lifestyle. Most people should not be eating sugary processed cereal every day for years. That's how you slowly ruin your baseline energy and appetite without even noticing.